The drone technology, which captured Yahya Sinwar, was invented by an Israeli. Not only that, but by an Israeli who had been born in Baghdad, but had been expelled by an Iraqi government that didn't want any Jews after the declaration of the State of Israel. I'm Granniopteryx. I'm on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute and Minds. Okay, I'm making a guess here because this isn't entirely explicit. It comes from the Mossad IL. I'm assuming that that's the authentic one. The forces of the Bislamak Brigade suspected that terrorists were in the building. I believe there was a firefight outside and then the three men went into the building. So they sent a drone in there. And when they saw that there was at least one person in there who was still alive, they fired at the building with a tank and the building collapsed. And then the infantry went in and carried out searches in the rubble, and they used scans to identify where there were bodies. And one of them, to their surprise, was Sinwar, because they had no idea whom they had caught. Right, so that's the rather skimpy information we have here, but the Israelis helpfully provided a piece of drone footage which obviously had been taken before they'd collapsed the building, and here it is. So you'll see the rotors of the drone lifting quite a bit of dust up, and then they can see there's a person sitting there. Obviously somebody too badly hurt or too tired to do more than just sit. And that was Sinwar. They didn't know that because his face was covered with a keffiyeh. But putting yourself in the place of Sinwar, he is sitting there in the rubble of the civilization, the destruction of which he had caused. And he is looking at a high-tech piece of equipment which is spying on him. Not a human being. There isn't a soul around. I don't know what happened to the other two people. But he is on his own, and the only thing he can see is a machine which is flying towards him. And the only thing he has left is a stick, which he throws at the machine. And of course, which the machine avoids. I've seen some X's in which people have said, oh, well, this shows Sinwar was a brave fighter and he was fighting above ground. He wasn't in the tunnels as the nasty old Israelis have been saying all the time. Well, yes, he'd come out now, but as I understand it, what had happened was that the Israelis had either intelligence or other, maybe perhaps drone information about the general area where he was. And they had made a sort of ring around the area where they thought he was. So I suspect that Sinwar was being choked in and he had to come out. Even I am not comparing him to a rat, although there have been many who have done. No, he's still a human being, an awful human being, but still a human being. But even rats have the sense to jump out of a sinking ship, even if it means jumping into the water. They will do that. So I don't think this proves anything about Sinwar. I am just more interested in the idea that this man was faced at the end not with soldiers, but with the superior technology of a more advanced society. And if you look at what he had done to the society he had, all he had left was a stick. And we have the irony that the drone was invented by a Jew that the Iraqis didn't want. Okay, till next time. You can help my channel by subscribing and clicking the notification bell. That's quite important. And by sharing if you're so inclined. Links to my other channels and to donation methods are in the description. But the best way you can help is simply by clicking like and notify. Thank you.